Decepticons, attack!
Hey everyone, Soundwave here. Today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Coronation Starscream. That was a mouthful. So let's take a quick look at the box. So right up front, we have a nice big piece of artwork of Starscream with his hand outstretched going, "Who disrupts my coronation?" On the side of the box we have that same image of Starscream. And on the other side of the box we have 8612. And then there's a close-up of Starscream. He's a leader class, a class A leader, leader class A, and a class A leader. On the top, you got the Transformers, the movie. On the bottom, you have your basic product details and a barcode. And on the back of the box, you have your basic product shots, including a rundown of all the accessories he comes with, and a brief bio. Starscream holds a coronation asserting his rise as king of the Decepticons until a newly reformatted Megatron called Galvatron disrupts the proceedings and ruins his big day. And that's basically it for the box. And moving right along, here we have Starscream in his jet mode. And this is a slight remold of the Earthrise Starscream, which I think is kind of lazy, but let's just get a closer look on the details. We got some nice transclear orange for the cockpit. I might, again, like I said in my Shockwave review, I am partially colorblind, so to me this looks like a transclear orange for the cockpit there. Got a nice little seat molded in there. You got some nice flight controls in there. Decepticon symbol painted on. The fins in the back, and I love how the fins are one solid piece and they don't flop around like how they do on Masterpiece Starscreams. And turning them over to the other side, it's basically it's the basic underside of any Starscream jet mode. And we got some paint chipping there on the torso there, which is kind of a bummer. So there you have that. Now for some size comparisons. Here he is with the Earthrise Optimus Prime, because this is basically the Earthrise mold with some remolding done to it. Here he is with 86 Prime. Here he is with Studio Series 07 Starscream. Here he is with Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Starscream, who doesn't like to stand. And finally, here he is with my previous review, concept art, Megatron. So there you go. Now as far as accessories go for this guy, he does come with quite a bit of stuff. So he does have the null rays on the bottom of the jet mode, which are blast effect compatible. You can just take your siege blast effects or any blast effects you might have and just plug them onto the barrel of the null rays. But he also comes with his coronation gear. So he comes with his crown, which is beautifully painted in this metallic gold. My brain is not working today. And you also get his shoulder pads. You get an extra set of null rays to go with the shoulder pads. You get his cape, and my personal favorite of all the accessories, and the main reason I bought this figure, a throne. I'll get more into why I bought this figure for the throne, like when we get to robot mode. And speaking of robot mode, let us get Starscream into his robot mode. So to transform Starscream into his robot mode, you're going to want to come to the bottom here and remove the null rays. You're going to want to take these wing sections, just fold them up. Take this front skirt, fold it up, fold these two panels down. Then you're going to want to take the legs and extend them. You're going to want to split the legs, And then this tab will go into this slot back here, which can be a little bit tricky to do. There you go, and then just make sure you have that tabbed in. Then this slot will go into this tab right here. And fold this in, rotate it, and fold out the feet. There you have a leg all done. Let's do the same for the other leg. And there you go. There you have the legs all done. Then you're going to want to untab this entire section here. Fold this out. Take the nose cone, simply fold it down and rotate it around. You're going to want to make sure that this long peg sits in that slot there. There we go. And you're also going to want to make sure that the arms tab in right here. Then you're going to want to take the arms, open it up, extend it, close it up, and rotate it. Same with the other arm. There we go. And just do that. And then you're going to want to take the nose cone, untab it, and just shift it down against his back. Then you just take the nose race and plug it into the shoulders. And there we go. There we have Starscream in robot mode. And he looks good. Just a remold of the Earthrise Starscream, a very G1-y looking Starscream. I like it. So let's get a closer look on that head sculpt. A very nice looking head sculpt there. Got some nice silver there for the face, red for the eyes. Got this nice red going for the main torso here, which does have some paint chips. It's kind of unfortunate. The Decepticon symbols are flipped upside down, very reminiscent of the G1 cartoon. Got the kibble on his feet, but I don't really mind that. But what I do mind is the kibble on his back. I don't usually mind back kibble on my figures, but this does cause for some issues later on, and I'll get to that later. As far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. You can wiggle it around. You can look up that far. You can look down that far. Head can do a full 360, but it's kind of difficult with the intakes. The arms can rotate. They can't really do a full 360 because of the length there, and the null rays like to fall off. You can move in and out. You do have bicep rotation. You do have 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist, but the hands do open and close, which is one of the things that they remolded from the Earthrise Starscream. Nothing at the waist, which kind of sucks because I could totally see that they could have found a way to work around that. Legs can move forward that far, and they can't move back at all. Outward movement, you can't really get the full splits. Does have thigh rotation, 90 degrees, a little over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and the feet can't really move up or down, but you do get some decent ankle tilt. So posability is kind of mid. Really could have done better with that. Size comparisons. Earthrise Prime. 86 Prime. '07 Starscream. Bumblebee movie Starscream. And concept art Megatron. Coming back to the accessories, since I forgot to show off how all this works, all of this can store on the throne itself. So as for the shoulder pads, you have pegs on the inside of the shoulder pads, which go into ports right here on the inside of the throne. Go, and they store it in there just like so. This other one is kind of tricky. They go in there just fine, but they're kind of a pain to get out. As for the no raise for the shoulder pads, they just peg on right here. The cape pegs onto the back of the throne, and the crown just clips in right there. A lot of people have been reporting issues of the crown not staying plugged in, but mine works just fine. So now let's see how all this stuff fits onto Starscream. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take the no raise and remove them. You're going to want to take the shoulder pads and fold these little attachments down. Just plug them on. Then just do that for the other side. There you go, just plug them on. Take the no raise, attach them like so. We're going to take the cape and just plug it into that port right there in the center. So it'll just plug in right there. And the last thing you want to do is take the crown and put it on his head. And there we go. We have Princess Starscream. And he looks pretty goofy, if I do say so myself. And again, I love the metallic gold on the crown there. It looks really nice. It makes that crown pop. And the cape is actually posable, so you can have it flared out, and then you can have him recreating the iconic "Who disrupts my coronation" pose. And these other no rays are blast effect compatible, like the other no rays. So you can just plug your blast effects onto there. And he can sit in the throne, but you do have to remove the cape first, which is kind of unfortunate. They would have found a workaround for that, but there you go. He could sit in the throne there. And this is where my issue with that back kibble comes in. It doesn't really let him sit in the throne as flush as he does, as flush as he's supposed to. But that's okay, because I don't even use this throne for Coronation Starscream. I use it for my concept art Megatron. And the throne was really the only reason that one of the only reasons I bought this figure was for the throne, because I was planning on buying concept art Megatron, and I just had to have this throne to have him displayed in. So, yeah, and he does sit in the throne very well. I'm going to just get him into a seated position real quick. He does sit nicely in the throne there. So, yeah, and it does kind of take a bit of finagling, but once you have him in the throne, he looks pretty freaking sweet. Now to get Starscream back into his jet mode, the first thing you're going to want to do is take the null rays, remove them, take the nose cone section, flip it over the head, and clip it in. Take the arms, fold them up, and you're going to want to make sure that this peg feeds through that gap there in the arm. And just make sure to close that up. Do the same with the other arm. Just close that up. Yep. I'm going to take the chest section and just untab it there. Pull this up, rotate it around, flip the nose cone up, take the arms there, fold it in. These two ports will go into these two posts right here. Then we'll just snap them like that. For the legs, you're going to want to take this fin section, this tiny little tab right there will fit into that slot there to lock that in place. And you're just going to want to fold the feet up. Then you're going to want to combine the legs together, fold these sections down. On the tab, those two tabs we did earlier, just accordion in the legs and tab them in. Fold the front skirt up, fold these panels up, fold it back down, fold out the fins, tab in the wings, and last thing you're going to want to do is take the null rays and just plug them into the underside of the wings. And there we have Starscream back in jet mode. And the last thing to talk about is, of course, the included display base, which comes in the box. So here we have the 86 base display base, which is the throne room where Starscream was coronated right before he was brutally murdered by Galvatron. So that was my review on 86 Starscream. And he's a good figure. He's a good figure. He comes with a bunch of cool accessories. He's fun to pose. He's fun to transform. Just wish they could have negated that cockpit piece on the back there. That just would have made it so that he could sit on the throne better. But yeah, he is a good figure. Definitely recommend buying him. So that was my review of 86 Starscream, and I will see you in the next one.